Well, I have good news for you today. And good news for you today is Nick at Night. We're in a sermon series where we're talking about new things. Today, January 17, we're looking at the new birth. We're not going to ask for a show of hands today, but how many of us are interested? This is a rhetorical question. How many of us are interested in looking younger and being younger? Well, I'll raise my hand. And some of us have gone to great lengths and great expenses to look younger and feel younger. And, there's everything from vitamins to plastic surgery. We're interested in being younger. There's a place that I'd like to invite all of you to go after the service. It's called realage.com. And what this does is it first of all asks you what your real age is. And you put that in, and then it asks you about your lifestyle. And as it asks you about your lifestyle, you get points for or against. So, for example, if you happen to eat breakfast every single day, you can add 1.1, or you can actually take 1.1 years off of your real age. In other words, I'm 62 years old, but if I eat breakfast, my biological age or my health age is 61 years old. And if I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, I can take another 3 years off of my life. I'm getting younger, aren't I? So now I'm just 58 years old if I eat breakfast and I get enough sleep. And of course, if I maintain a proper weight throughout my life, I can take 6 years off. So now I'm down to just being 52 years old. And I'm happy to report to you that I do own a dog and I do take it for walks. Probably not as often as I should, but if you take your dog for a walk every day, you can actually subtract another year. So I could be as young as 51. And I thought that was kind of good news. And you can be young too by living a healthy lifestyle. But on the other hand, your health age may be different than your real age in a negative way. You might actually be older than you really are. For example, if you practice unsafe sex and you have multiple partners, that's a dangerous thing, and you were not, like in my case, instead of being 62, I would be older than that. And I'm not going to tell you how much older because I don't want to discourage any of you. But if you smoke, that makes you have a real age that's older. Or if you drink too much, you have an added figure that you have to add to your age. Or if you take illicit drugs, or if you work around pollutants, all of these things will make you older than you really are. And if you drive and you don't wear your seatbelt, which is against the law, then of course you're also older. So I'm 62, but if I did all those things, I could be about 82. Fortunately, I never do any of those bad things, right? Okay. I will confess, though, that since I've moved to California, an officer of the law did remind me that it is a law in California I have to wear a seatbelt. I was actually on my way to a church event when he stopped to remind me that. Well, so we like to be younger than we are. Today's subject is a new birth. What about the people who were on the airplane that just landed in the Hudson River? They would it's like getting a new life, isn't it? I mean, those people on the airplane, 99 times out of 100, landing in the Hudson River, they're going to die. Everything went right, and they're going to die. But this time, because everything went right, they did not die. And so I have a short video clip about how blessed those people were, and no doubt today they're feeling like, well, I've got a new lease on life. I'm starting life over. And it's appropriate that we look at this because our subject today is new birth.
Incredible thing to see.
I knew at that moment we were going to be in a plane crash.
It could have ended so differently. 155 people in a plane going down with no engines and few options.
Those faithful words braced for impact.
An emergency landing on an icy ribbon of water near New York City. This is the story of how everyone made it out alive, from the very first moments of danger
Just felt like turbulence.
to the terrifying splashdown
My legs went numb.
and the joyful rescue. Hear from the survivors who lived it and from the heroes who made it happen. Land, sea, and air.
They were cheering as we pulled up.
The elusive pilot lost 2 engines, but didn't lose his cool.
The co-pilot said, "No one's ever done a successful ditch."
So much could have gone wrong.
I said, I have to find my son, please.
Tonight, what went right?
It's a miracle.
Miracle on the Hudson.
Oftentimes when those planes land in the river or in the ocean or in a lake, what happens is they come in and they're not able to keep it just balanced right, and the wing will tip and then it'll somersault. And typically most people on the plane would die, if not everybody. This really was a miracle. These people really were, in a sense, reborn. They have new life. It's not an ordinary thing. It's extraordinary. But you know what? And I know some of you are pilots, and you know what I'm talking about. But there's another way of also being born again. Some of you are aware of this movie, Benjamin Button, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. In case you don't know about it, I want to actually show you this trailer. It's about a minute and a half. And what you actually see here is that Benjamin is going to get new life. He's born as a baby. He's big enough to be in a crib. I mean, he's just a little baby. But he's born 80 years old. And then as he grows up, he gets younger and younger. It's a weird story, but it's so interesting, and it's popular because people want to reverse aging. Have you listened to the ads? You can reverse aging now by taking certain vitamins. Oh, how I wish that was true. Yeah, but we want to be younger. We want to be reborn. We want this new experience, this new birth. And, well, let me show you Benjamin Button here.